Good morning. This is another episode of Two Guys from Jersey Living in Georgia. Most people call me T. I'm Trevor Irvin, and this is,
I'm Steve Falk.
some people call him Volcano. He forgot that part.
Oh, okay.
Steve has a new Substack out, which would probably take away from the time he spends editing mine, which I don't particularly care for, but we will allow him to have a Substack. You ought to take a look at it. It's called Problem Solved. It's a very optimistic Substack, so take a look, and we'll leave the link at the bottom of this video.
So I mean, I saw what Trevor was doing with his Substack. I said, "Shit, how hard can this be?"
Which was brilliant, obviously.
So I decided, hey, let me go ahead and do that. And the reason I'm doing it is because I've always had a passion for exposing the big problems that we have and also holding up the solutions to them. So this is a way for me to kind of get back into that passion that I've had, and it's part of my whole experience as being an advocate for things like hunger, poverty, and climate change and stuff like that. So if you want to solve problems that are besetting us, subscribe to my Substack.
All right, today we want to cover a couple of topics. The first one will be Trump's fucking ridiculous
Holy
speech,
shit.
which was ridiculous but also extraordinarily disturbing. But I want you to keep in mind the most important part of that speech was not the stupid shit that he said in it, which is just mind-numbing, but what we have not heard from the generals. We get the impressions that the generals probably did not like that speech. It was condescending and just ridiculous. But we really don't know where do all those generals stand on this country, because he is invading cities, attacking his own people now, and if he gets the military, we have an irreversible problem. So I want to mention a couple things about the speech, a few of his quotes, which are just beyond crazy. First of all, he likes to go into the undetectable submarines we have, which, granted, our submarines are very hard to find. I imagine, like a lot of countries, are very hard to find their submarines. But there is no such thing as a completely undetectable submarine, which, of course, he denies. We're undetectable. No one can detect us. We're super duper. Just like a 5-year-old had just gotten a new toy. At some point, he goes into firemen. He likes firemen. And this is a quote: "Firemen go up on ladders and people shoot at them while they're up on the ladders." I don't know if anybody heard that. Well, dude, no, nobody's fucking heard that because nobody's done it. He said ladders go all the way up to the sky. Oh, and people are shooting at them there.
And if they fall off, boy,
What the fuck is wrong with that man? Then he said he got into Joe Biden's auto pen and crap, which every fucking president uses, including Donald Idiot Trump. But he said, when I have to sign for a general, I have the beautiful paper, the gorgeous paper. I said a little more gold on it because they deserve it.
What the fuck is this paper thing he's talking about?
I don't know. He's got the beautiful paper. There's even a better one. He says, I want the A paper, not the D paper. If he's a general, I want to use the big, beautiful, firm paper. I want to use the real gold writing, and I sign it. I love my signature. I really do. Everybody loves my signature.
Including Jeffrey Epstein and the card that he sent to him, right?
Jeffrey's got his signature on his big, beautiful birthday card.
Right.
I just don't know why the 25th Amendment wasn't enacted right there when he talks about big, beautiful, firm paper that he has. It's just insane. Then, of course, he goes into the standard, I've ended all the wars, which he's ended none. And the odd thing is, he's talking to generals who actually do know what wars are occurring, where, and when.
They keep track of this shit.
And they had to sit there and listen to these fictional wars that never happened, that he never solved, that he claims to. And it goes on, because he solved these wars, he said, people come up to me and said, you have saved millions and millions of people.
You forgot the sir.
Well, this person didn't use sir.
Damn.
I think they said, you fucking asshole, you're wrong. Then it goes into the Nobel Peace Prize, which of course he deserves for some fucking unknown reason. And then he does the deals. I do more deals than anybody. We have not enacted the 25th Amendment, which needs to be enacted now, and we need to know where does the military stand on this incredibly demented, vindictive man.
Right now, they're the only thing that's standing between us and a dictatorship. And beyond that,
I'll stop you right there. This is a dictatorship right now. We are not approaching a dictatorship. We are not kind of cozying up to it. This is a dictatorship, and that's how it's happening. The Nazis didn't get a dictatorship in one day. They got a dictatorship by doing all the things that Donald Trump's doing. I think the Nazis somehow went back in time and went forward in time and found out what Donald Trump was going to do, and they copied Donald.
And the thing about this, that we need to invoke the 25th Amendment because he is mentally incompetent. He is suffering from dementia. He cannot discern fact from fantasy. He's invading Portland because he saw something on the news that featured video from 5 years ago. The governor told him about that. The governor of Oregon told him about that. And then there's also the med bed thing where he thought that was a real thing.
That's my favorite. I posted about that, but the thing about the med bed is, the QAnon people believe that this med bed exists, and us Democrats have kept them away from it, and it can actually grow arms back. Wow. And the thing is he posted an AI video that features him, and apparently he doesn't remember that I didn't make that video, but I'm in it, and it's got a fictional product in it that he thinks is wonderful, and he posted it. They finally removed it after 12 hours, making absolutely no statement about it, even when asked, because of the extreme embarrassment of a loon who posts magic beds.
So, again, this guy cannot discern fact from fantasies, but he is in charge of our nuclear weapons. If that doesn't scare the shit out of you.
You have now upset Steve Valk. I mean, that's very difficult.
It is. I don't scare too easily, no.
You probably scare pretty easily.
Well, I mean, if you say you're going to kick my ass, yeah, I'm scared. Yeah. Okay.
I'll just sit on you. Okay. Steve wants to talk a little bit about Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I think is a complete fucking whack nut.
Well, yeah, and this is it's still true. I mean, she's the one. In case you've forgotten, she's the one who talks about Jewish space lasers and all of that stuff. But a month ago, when the Epstein survivors were out there doing a press conference, you saw her on the front row and going, "What the hell's going on here?" And apparently, she's not really too thrilled with Trump and her colleagues in the Republican Party. She's one of the few Republicans who's voting to release the Epstein files, and she was the first Republican in Congress to also call out Israel's war on Gaza as a genocide. So she's, like I say, I'm not a big fan of hers.
I'll give you that, Steve. But like the proverbial broken clock,
it's right twice a day.
Even a shit for brains can be right once in a lifetime.
Right.
To me, she's still a fucking dangerous whack-a-loon. Why she is parting from Trump on these issues is kind of interesting, because she's just basically snorkeled him the whole fucking time she's been there. But
right.
How much this will make a difference, I really don't know.
Well, all the Republicans are cowed because they think, "Oh, I'm going to get primaried."
They will get primaried. They will get primaried.
But she doesn't give a shit. She's saying, "Yeah, do your best." She's got AIPAC, the Israeli lobby, going after her. I'll tell you, like I say, she might be a wacko, but if you've got AIPAC going against you, you've earned a little bit of respect in my book. You really have.
I guess so. I'll give you a little bit of credit on that one. She's still a complete whack-a-lone. I wish she didn't live in Georgia. We'll see what happens.
Well, that's just a little smidgen of what's been going on since we last talked to everybody.
Yes, crap happens every single day. You can't get a break from this stuff. The ice creatures who have raided a building in Chicago, apparently a large apartment complex, rappelled in, I'm told, from
Black Hawk helicopters, yeah.
helicopters, invaded the building, literally removed every single person from the entire building, women, children, men.
Some of them were dragged out into the street naked.
Yeah, some were. I wish I saw that part. And they're all, zip tied together. None of them are known to have broken any law that I'm aware of. Of all the people they hauled out, they kept hold of 35. Everybody else was finally, after hours and hours on the street, let back in. And all their apartments, from the story I read, were ransacked. So they come in to a destroyed apartment, broken goods and what have you, after being illegally hauled out of their house. There is one group that I'm aware of that was famous for doing that, and that's called the Gestapo in Nazi fucking Germany. So anybody who wants to tell me, oh, we're close to a dictatorship or we're still a democracy primarily, they're wrong. If this isn't stopped, go read a book about Nazi Germany, and that's going to be your future.
Right. They might not be coming after you right now, but eventually they'll get around to it.
They're coming.
If you disagree with them, you'll find out.
They're coming.
Yep. Well, I think that's about all for now.
I guess so. Have we depressed you enough? I hope so. And we will come back to you later with another episode of two guys from Jersey living in Georgia making a complete pain in the ass out of themselves.
All right.
Thank you very much. You have a good day. It's Friday. Drinking starts at 5.
Be careful.